Today, we're tackling a feeling that I bet a lot of you know way too well, imposter syndrome. And more importantly, we're going to look at a really simple but kind of brilliant tool you can use to fight back.
So first things first, before we can fix it, we have to really understand what we're up against. Let's dig into that nagging feeling of being a fraud.
I mean, really think about it for a second. Have you ever nailed a presentation or gotten a promotion, and instead of feeling proud, this little voice in your head goes, "Oh man, they're going to find out. They're going to realize I have no clue what I'm doing." That's the feeling. It's surprisingly common.
And yep, there's a name for it. Imposter syndrome. It's this deep-seated feeling that you've somehow tricked everyone into thinking you're smart and capable. And here's the key part, the real kicker. It happens despite all the evidence that says you are competent. The good reviews, the successful projects, the degrees on your wall. None of it matters to that inner critic.
Okay, so how do you fight a feeling? You can't just tell yourself to be more confident, right? That never works. You need a real strategy. And that's exactly what this is, a specific AI prompt that acts like a tool to push back against that voice of doubt.
Here is the prompt itself. Take a look at how it's built. It's not just a vague request. You get super specific. You plug in your situation. Maybe it's, "I'm feeling imposter syndrome about this new job." And then you name the negative thought. "I think I'm not really qualified." Then you ask for a very specific battle plan. 3 reframes, 2 affirmations, and 1 action. It's that structure that makes it so powerful. So you put the prompt in, but what you get back is the real game changer. It's not just a bunch of fluff. The AI gives you a clear, structured plan to pull yourself out of that negative headspace. It's like your own personal strategy guide for that exact moment of doubt. Okay, so here's what that battle plan looks like. First, you get evidence-based reframes. These are basically new ways to look at your situation, but based on facts, not your feelings. Second, you get affirmations that are actually specific to you and what you're going through, which helps them stick. And finally, and this is huge, you get one single actionable step to take right now. It gets you moving.
So you might be thinking, okay, this sounds cool, but why does it work? Well, it's not magic. This prompt is actually built on some solid psychological ideas that are proven to help challenge those negative thought loops and build real confidence.
Right, so here's the secret sauce. Imposter syndrome loves vague emotional fears. It's all what if and I feel like. This prompt completely short-circuits that by demanding evidence. It forces you to switch from your emotional brain to your logical brain. You're no longer just wrestling with a feeling, you're looking at the actual data of your own success.
You know how when that feeling of being a fraud hits, it can just be all-consuming? You need something that works fast. Because this prompt gives you a clear, structured answer in just a few seconds, it acts as an immediate pattern interrupt. It yanks you out of that downward spiral of thoughts and gives you a new, more constructive path to follow right away. This part is so important. Imposter syndrome often leads to paralysis. The fear and doubt can be so overwhelming that you just freeze. You don't know what to do next. By giving you one simple, concrete action step, the prompt breaks that paralysis and gets you back into motion. And you know what? Action is the ultimate cure for self-doubt.
And this isn't just a quick fix like a Band-Aid. Think of it like going to the gym for your brain. Every single time you use this prompt, you are doing a rep. You're strengthening that confidence muscle. Do it enough, and over time, you're literally rewiring your brain to challenge those negative thoughts automatically. It's about building a new habit of self-belief.
All right, so we've talked about the problem, we've looked at the tool, and we've broken down why it's so effective. Now let's boil it all down to one single thing. What do you do with all this? It is literally that simple. I want you to copy this prompt, save it somewhere you can find it easily, a note on your phone, a document on your desktop, whatever works. The very next time you feel that voice of doubt creeping in, don't fight it, don't ignore it, just run this prompt. And I'll leave you with this final thought. Just take a second and really imagine it. What's that one big thing you would go for? The project you'd start, the job you'd apply for, if that inner critic was just silent? The answer to that question is what's possible, and this little tool might just be a step in getting you there.